Welcome everybody to the Planning and Infrastructure Committee of Ramsgate Town Council. Wednesday the 1st of October. Welcome to those present and anyone who's watching online. Please can everyone make sure their phones are switched off or switched to silent. And I'll pass over to Deputy Town Clerk for apologies.
Apologies from Councillors Alban and Wing.
Any declarations of interest? No. The minutes. Can we agree the minutes of the meeting of the 10th of September as a true record? Proposer? Seconder?
We weren't there.
I wasn't here, so.
You weren't here. Well, I'll second. All those in favour?
Although, can I just point out that on those minutes, I also gave my apologies and they're not written on there.
Right.
I didn't
Here.
reply to it.
I thought you were at the last
You were
We
here.
only had a conversation at the last meeting, I remember.
You were here.
Oh, in that case, that should be.
You should be down as present then, but you're not either.
You're not either.
Yeah. God.
You're another person.
Always me that gets me involved.
You always come first in the list as well.
So that would
be the aid.
That have been apologies.
No, because I was here.
Okay.
The 10th. I was.
Yes, Councillor Nixie was definitely here.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, we won't sign the minutes, Chair, and I'll amend them and then I'll get you to sign them later.
Thank you. Apologies for interrupting.
Hand over to Deputy Town Clerk.
Okay, the next item is the Sea-Link project update. The committee are asked to consider whether you would like to send a representative to one of the open floor hearings to be held in person in Sandwich on the 11th to the 13th of November 2025 or via Teams meeting as detailed in the Rule 6 letter associated with the item. The open floor hearings will take place at the Discovery Park Visitor Centre between those two dates, 11th to the 13th of November. These are blended events you can attend in person or join virtually via Microsoft Teams. I'm reading notes from the town clerk, by the way. They are for interested parties, individuals, groups or organisations to raise any relevant concerns or provide further detail on issues relating to the Sea-Link project. The examining authority has already read written submissions, so oral contributions should add explanation rather than repeat prior comments. Issues specific to Kent highlighted for examination are construction impacts on socio-economics, including tourism, Minster Marshes, concerns over fill importation, ecology and flood risk, Richborough, Roman Fort and Saxon Shore remains, heritage setting effects, public rights of way around Kent, including effects on wellbeing and recreation, Pegwell Bay and Goodwin Sands Marine Conservation Zone, biodiversity and ecological effects, and flood risk at Minster Marshes. For registration to speak at a Kent hearing, we must register by the 8th of October. Observers don't need to register, though the Inspectorate asks people attending in person to do so for seating arrangements. It's not clear if we can send multiple representatives. Would anyone like to attend and would anyone like to speak at these events? Your town clerk also plans to attend these events as an observer. So for this committee, to decide if anybody would like to attend.
Do you think it means every day?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
I think you can, well, if it was like the Manston ones, you could attend by the day, couldn't you? So
You could. You want somebody
I don't think you
there
have
on
you want
3 days,
somebody there,
11 to
can't be the
the
same person, would it?
11 to the 13th.
Yeah.
Probably 3 days.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I just wondering whether it was 3 days in total.
Members, within the agenda item, Town Clerk has put to send a representative to one of the open floor hearings to be held in person. But if you wanted to go to more than one, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to.
Have we got anybody to go, Chair?
I was just about to ask that, Councillor Shonk. Are there any volunteers to go?
Well, I'm very sorry to say that I'm at work and can't, otherwise I would happily, but I'm afraid I can't.
Councillor Austin?
I'm not volunteering. I think with some of us who put in submissions as individuals on behalf of other groups also have the option to go. And I think one of those is Councillor Wing, who may well want to go, but probably not for the whole 3 days, just for one of the days, maybe.
Okay.
And I would need to look at my diary and perhaps clear it, but I wouldn't mind going for 1 day. Because you can go online as well, can't you?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So I should try.
Can I suggest, Chair, we open it up to the rest of the councillors who aren't here as well, because I'm sure there'd be other people interested.
Yes.
Chair, I've set more objections. I've been to some of these government inquiries. At least we have a chance to have a say. Like we say, if we can open it up to other councillors, it'd be, I think we do need to send somebody. I mean, it's such a...
Are you inclined to go?
Well, yes, I think I'd let them all have a chance of going. But if nobody can, I don't mind. I've been to the government inquiries before, but I'd need to have bullet points because I don't want to go off on a tangent. I want to stick to what's happening because it's such a destruction of habitat, Pebble Bay. I mean, you've only got to watch that. I was down on that protest that day, and it was a lot of people there. But
I think speaking at the event is a different issue.
well, I've done one or two before.
Yeah. So I think if you want to speak, we have to register that.
Yes, right.
You're not supposed to speak about anything that we've already.
They've already dealt with, which I think is difficult because I'm not sure how.
Yes.
Well, as you say, if it opens up to everyone to see who wants to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Can we send
Committee, you'd like me to send the email out to all members, inviting all members to decide.
I think Councillor Shonk was inclined to go.
Yeah. I've got down that.
And Chair, what I'd like to say, because it's a long-winded process, if other councillors can't go and they've got a point of interest in that, I wouldn't mind bringing that up.
Okay.
Because that means we cover all of us. It's not just me, it's all of us. It's such a destruction of the area.
So Councillor Shonk will go, if necessary, to talk.
Could we make sure that the person who's going is able to fill up those of us who do not go in with all the salient points, possibly in comprehensive language?
We have Councillor Wing.
Well, the
Yes, I haven't spoken with her about it, but I know she put in a submission of her own and she's very knowledgeable about it, so I imagine she would want to go if she can fit it around her own work.
Yes.
reporting back in full might put people off volunteering, but I can understand why you want it.
Well,
No, it's important. Yeah.
relies on that one.
Okay.
Email you're going to send out.
Yeah, so members, if you leave it with me, I'll discuss with the town clerk and we'll come up with a plan to...
And she's going anyway.
The town clerk's going as an observer, yes. So the second part of this, it says to receive and note a short presentation from TDC. Okay. This was presented by Ian Livingston at Parish Forum meeting last week. It touches on the Rule 6 letter that you've considered. The Rule 6 letter is the one inviting you to attend. And the proposed amendments to the former Hoverport land, which you are about to consider. That's the next section. So this is what Ian Livingston from TDC shared at the Parish Forum. So this is really repeating what we had before. This is to note.
I mean, one of the big changes is the hoverport, isn't it? They are now wanting to, which I know it's derelict, but it's so lovely being derelict.
Yeah, in the next part of this item, Laura's given me some notes for you. Sorry, Town Clerk has given me some notes for you. So for the presentation, there aren't many pages, are there, Dean? It's got maps that you've probably seen before, I would imagine. detailing it, and this is just to note, so if you want to propose a second to note it.
Chair.
Yes.
I mean, people don't realise that Minster Marsh is going to have a bit of concrete block there, probably thicker than taller than this room, across all that wildlife. The wetlands.
I think we do appreciate what you're saying, but I think we're actually past that point at the moment.
Because people are looking at us, they expect us to do or try and do something.
I think a lot of us have put in submissions.
Yes.
And we as a council have put in
Submission.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that there's any point in going over our objections again at this point. But I do understand what they are.
Fine. Keep fine. Don't give up.
Right.
So the committee to note this, please.
Oh,
Noted.
noted.
Yes. Right, the third part of this item is to receive the note letter EN 020026, in which it's reported that the applicant wants to make 5 amendments to the DCO application. The examiner thinks the changes are manageable but requires more evidence, consultation and timely submission before deciding whether to accept them. Further notes on this from the Town Clerk is National Grid Electricity Transmission plans to request 5 changes to its development consent order application, including alterations at access points, substations, archaeological sites and a railway bridge. The examining authority has reviewed the proposed changes and concluded they are not so substantial as to create a fundamentally different project, but each change raises specific issues, e.g. environmental impacts, land acquisition, effects on residents, heritage sites or habitats that need further justification and consultation. The letter also sets out the expected timetable for examining the changes, which is late 2025, early 2026, and stresses that the applicant must submit all material by November 2025 to avoid delays. The only change that affects Kent is at the Hoverport, where widening the access route at Pegwell Bay to avoid salt marsh has been requested. This would take in a larger area than before and raises concerns about recreation and wildlife impacts. Increased compulsory acquisition powers would be required for the project, as this is TDC land. You will have seen in the earlier slides from TDC what the increased area would look like. So this is to receive the letter and note the information. This, the actual letter was 44 pages long, I believe, Dean, wasn't it? So,
Lovely.
but that was shared with your agenda. Okay.
Right.
So that's to receive and note that.
We note. Everybody happy to note that?
Yes, noted.
So it affects us with the Hoverport. Are we on to planning?
You okay, Dean? Yeah. So just 2 planning applications to look at this evening. The first one is 143 to 147 High Street. Application for the reserved matters of outline application OLTH 201708, the erection of a 4-storey block containing 6 2-bed flats and 4 1-bed flats, including access, appearance, layout and scale, following demolition of existing building for the approval of landscaping. It's in the conservation area and the reserve matters are for the approval of landscaping. Called in by Councillor Austin. Reason for calling in conservation area and impact on neighbours. Note that TDC granted previous outline application OLTH 201708. A decision was made before RTC could comment. Thank you.
I just wanted us to have a closer look at it because it's going to happen and we want to make sure that it doesn't have, that it's not overcrowded, it's not overlooking, it fits in with the conservation area, all those sorts of things.
We're only looking at landscape though.
And the overall design of it, I think, the landscape. So, and yeah.
It's pretty hideous at the minute, I have to say.
It's not great, I don't think.
Can we zoom back in, please, Dean? A bit more. Thank you. So they've got some planting along the front. bin store at the side. The interesting hexagonal. No, I think it's nine-sided cycle store.
Storage, yeah.
Bird boxes and sparrow boxes as well.
And stuff at the back.
Chair, can we see where it is in the high street thing? Please.
It's,
Chinese restaurant.
it's the,
It's
the old,
Not the old Eagle pub,
the
is it?
town,
no,
town.
it's Townley's.
Yeah.
Oh, Townley.
Yeah. I mean, we can't see the layout of the flats on this drawing to see how it relates to the landscape, but
That's right, again.
has anyone got any comments to make about the landscaping?
If they do that, it looks okay.
Yes.
In my experience, my very limited experience in my own street, what they say they'll do and what they actually do may turn out not to be the same.
I'm just, is there any parking at the front? Presumably, no parking at all.
No, not as far as I'm aware.
That's interesting.
Some of the things that.
It could have,
So,
yeah,
It's 6 flats, isn't it?
I think so.
yeah. Okay.
I don't know, no.
Chair, it was the old Labour Club. There's been quite a few clubs and there is parking space in front. But knowing people with the flats, they'll probably come up to the edge of the pavement and been able to park. People don't seem to worry about that anymore. Could I just have a look at that building again, Dean Tart? That's what it looks like today.
If it's landscaped, as much as it looks like it's going to be, then I have no comment.
I don't think there's anything we can say about
Yeah.
it. It will be an improvement on what we've got at the moment.
Oh, we don't exactly know what those grey patches are in front. They could be tarmac, like it is at the moment. Do we?
Some sort of container.
I imagine that
Is that the pavement or is that part of their land?
is, no, I think that's part of their land. That is parked on at the moment, and I imagine it will be parked on again.
I should imagine it's going to be totally
Yeah,
parked, and you're
absolutely.
quite right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could make a comment on that bit at the front. Is that,
It's going to be used as a car park or not?
yeah, because if it's not intended to be a car park, they could bring the plant or some other planting forward to the back of the pavement.
Well, if it is intended to be a car park, you can keep it on. That would be a bad thing either.
Councillor Schronk, sorry.
We've lost all the amenity in Ramsgate. We've pulled that one down on Elms Avenue for what? It lays empty, so nobody can use it. That was amenity hall, which we all used. Now anybody that wants a hall, you've either got to go to Manston in the village. When we had all this here, and we can't make anything work in Ramsgate.
Across the road.
Oddfellows.
Yes.
How many times do you use it?
Well, I was there last week.
We use it quite a lot.
I was there last week for a Ramsgate Society meeting, or the week before.
Right.
Well, I don't suppose if it was thriving, they'd be wanting to sell it.
Exactly.
And Radford House as well.
Indeed,
Yeah.
we've got that too coming up, so.
I've got no comment proposed by councillor Nixie and seconded by councillor Austin, if you're happy with that.
Do we want to do anything about the parking, just very quickly, do you want to say?
We ask,
I'd like to ask.
yes, we ask.
Certainly, yes.
The grey section.
The grey strips.
Yeah.
Out of the back of the
Over Street, it's better.
So you can say, no comment with regards to the rear, however, at the front, we'd like to see more
If they are parking on
planting
it,
and would like to know what the grey area is.
if they are parking on it, they will need
Let's change that.
a dropped curb somehow.
Yes.
Away along.
Parking.
Yes.
So,
So I've changed it, so if anybody wants to know.
So
That's fine.
I've got no comment. I've got no comment regards to the rear planting, etc. But more planting would be nice at the front. I will reword this.
Yeah.
And what are the clarification on the grey? What the grey areas are for? I can call the planning officer to find out about that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I can propose that. Have we got a seconder?
Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah.
Councillors Nixie and councillor Austin.
Right, and all those in favour?
And I abstain because I probably know the owners.
Is that, should that have been declared at the beginning?
Ready? Okay, am I? I've just come to that and
That's absolutely fine. Okay, members, your second application is 27 Chapel Place. Application for listed building consent for external works, including restoration of existing windows, reinstatement of light wells to the basement and addition of windows, removal of existing rear extension, replacement roof to single-storey extension, retention of existing flagpole to front elevation, replacement of rainwater goods, works to existing roof and chimney stack, reopening of rear boundary wall together with internal alterations to include structural supports to basement, plastering, addition of insulation, replacement doors, part retrospective. It's a listed building in conservation area, called in by councillor Austin. Reason for call-in: Ramsgate Town Council expresses its support for the proposed restoration work outlined in the attached heritage statement, recognising it as an excellent example of the kind of restoration we would like to see carried out on more of our historic buildings in Ramsgate. Is that something you would want to propose?
That was a phrase that was suggested to me, I think possibly by councillor Crittenden. I just said, is it worth bringing this to committee? I don't want to criticise it, quite the reverse. It's Rebecca Wood-Nesbitt's house, and I think she's done a wonderful job.
I thought it was her house.
Yes. It's absolutely fabulous. If we could encourage, if we could use that as a template and say to other people who run historic buildings, this is what you need to be aiming for.
You could have that as your resolution comment to TDC if you wanted to propose it. That wouldn't be a problem. Thank you.
Well, I'm happy to propose that.
I thought the Ramsgate Design and Heritage Forum had some issues with it.
Well, they know a great deal more about those matters than I do, but from what I can see, it looks fabulous.
Yeah, and I thought the heritage statement was, God, fascinating.
Yeah, but they obviously may
Okay, we'll just say
spot problems with it that I wouldn't be aware of.
that we, yes, we support this
As
refurbishment.
I read out, you'll need a seconder for that. Councillor Hetherington. Okay. And vote on that.
All those in favour? Yes, no, I know the owner, but what to do with this? We all know that we want that thing. And councillor,
that wall, that's it, the look down, the old highways. Years ago, all those houses were desirable places to live. In fact, if you ever watched Tony Hancock, they filmed all that series along that road.
what did that?
Yeah.
We say that again, about the back wall?
Back wall to that,
I know it, yes.
and they're hoping to open it up.
Yes, but it won't be open all the time because it would be a security risk. I mean, most of those places along there have got very locked gates.
Yes.
Yeah. Including our piece around.
See the house being restored to its former glory.
They've been working on it so long.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and so we're all, what was your vote?
That's one, if it's going to be an improvement,
Yeah,
let's have an improvement.
okay. Right, next
To move on?
item.
Okay, the next item, item 6, preparation for S106 agreements. This is a presentation by Ian Livingston, Planning Applications Manager at TDC, to the Parish Forum in September 2025. Its purpose is to set out practical steps for how Ramsgate Town Council can influence Section 106 developer contributions. The key points Town Clerk is saying is the S106 funds must be specific, necessary, directly related to a development and proportionate. There is no general funding pot. RTC's influence depends on early evidence-based requests aligned with local needs and local plan policies. A proposed ward councillor first alert system would ensure major applications are flagged and discussed by the Planning and Infrastructure Committee. The committee would have S106 as a standing agenda item, making recommendations even when refusal is advised. A light touch evidence pack will be maintained to guide requests, supported by indicative costs for common project types. Liaison will extend to both TDC and KCC officers where relevant. The recommendation is that the committee considers whether this proposed plan is workable and adopts it as the basis for RTC's approach to S106 contributions. Thank you, members.
Well, it looks quite sensible to me so far. But we say in how the 106 monies are spent in our wards.
Yes.
Councillor Shonk.
That would be my normal self, I disagree with that, 106 agreement, so I should abstain on that one.
Okay.
I could say a lot more, but I won't.
I think it's helpful because it's been difficult to get that information as TDC councillors.
Yes.
To see how we can implement it. So now we've got a structure that will help us in both.
I mean, we've just had some in George's Sixth Park on the playground.
Yeah.
But we have no idea where that came from. I think it was a pot, like they're trying to get away from. And that would, as it says there, it would help the acceptance of a development.
We know to what we're doing.
So the recommendation, so you'll need a proposer and seconder. The committee considers whether this proposed plan is workable and adopts it as a basis for RTC's approach to the S106 contributions. So to adopt the proposed plan as a basis for RTC's approach to 106 contributions.
Are you proposed and seconded? All those in favour? And one abstention or against? Abstention.
I've written down abstention. That's fine. Thank you.
Oh, yes, good idea.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay. So your next item, members, is East Kent Design Code. This is to consider how to respond to the East Kent Design Code's Town and Parish Councillor Survey, September 2025. A copy of the questions is included with the agenda pack. Within the response, members may wish to consider recommending that the shopfront design guide funded by High Street Heritage Action Zone funding in 2023 be included or formally adopted as policy. The draft response written by the town clerk based upon our neighbourhood plan is before you. The town clerk has actually given that to me to give to you. It's attached to the agendas. So this is basically the town clerk has written down a response and it's on the screen as well.
I did watch it. But I would like to watch it thoroughly.
Yeah.
Find it in the last page,
I was
councillors. And
interrupted
it's
in the
not,
middle.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything particular to object in it. No. But the thing is exactly how it relates to Ramsgate. I mean, back to the shop front design. Very, very keen on that. And I've had representations from people, from local people. What I think the difficulty is people just go ahead and do their own shop front.
People rip out the shop front and then go for planning permission afterwards on the
They
basis.
don't even bother going for planning permission.
Sometimes they do when they're bullied to do so, but they know they'll get it because there's so many residents to ripping out.
Because, I mean, I've got an objection into, it's the one next to Plunder.
Right,
It's all white, shiny,
right,
and it's another mobile phone cases, shopping trolleys,
right.
stuff.
I shall be going back to object again or to comment again on what was hold. That row at the
Right.
Queen Street, before we get to the Sunrise Fish and Chips, where they could actually have an opportunity there to recreate something that looks like a traditional shop front.
Hold.
Instead, they're going to have plate glass and.
Oh, I haven't seen the one.
Hold. It's
Zest, is it?
it's the one next door to Zest.
Oh, so,
Which was Hold Gallery and.
yes, but hold, that's already got a plate glass
It's-
window.
Yes, already got a plate glass window. What they want to do is put in an extra door because they want a flat upstairs, which would allow them actually to put a proper stepped back access at either side.
Yeah.
If they thought
I haven't
about
seen
it, but
that
they've
application.
it's come through. It was an application. It was withdrawn and it's been resubmitted.
Okay.
The officers didn't like it because the flat, I think, was too pokey, and so they've redesigned it. And I haven't had a proper chance to have a look at it, but I looked to see what they'd done with the shop front, and the answer was nothing.
Sorry.
Can I just check, this isn't just the High Street area, is it?
No, I want to.
Okay, the reason being, along Grange Road, there was a lovely coffee shop that then got turned into a flat, and they completely ripped out the front. I couldn't believe that I didn't see it as part of the design, so I missed it, but it's like, why were they allowed to get away with that? I'm assuming they just turned it into a residential, what's what I'm looking for?
Accommodation.
No, we changed the use, that's it, change the use. So therefore did, again. I'm saying that was sort of like gone past us now, but I wouldn't like it to happen in any other areas outside of the town centre, so I'm assuming this covers that is where I'm going with this one.
Thought so.
Okay. Like other places.
They're doing it all over the place, and the planners don't actually find out about it until somebody reports it. Yes, Councillor Sharp.
It's been a long subject of mine to do away with the shop fronts, and we've got one up the High Street, that's going to be flats. So there we go, we talk about shop fronts. Now, this chap in the High Street got the phone shop, he wants to invest in Ramsgate. We've got this levelling up fund, put them in touch with somebody that wants to tidy up one or two empty shops in Ramsgate. And I do go to deal for quite a lot of reasons. And their town centre's thriving because they've still got their shop fronts. What we've done is opposite, because we've got Westwood Cross imposed town centre on us. People that are an older persuasion want to spend their money in the town. So what we got? We got vape shops. So we're vaporised. We've got Turkish barbers. But we've got nothing there really for people that want to shop just locally, just fruit and veg. The market has made a bit of a difference.
Excellent apprentice.
Personally, I think the High Street is a mess, but we've got an independent butcher.
Independent fruit and veg shop.
At least 2 bakers, plus the very expensive coffee shop. We've got a brilliant sports centre. We've got
The international food shop as well.
Yes, yeah.
We've got cans of fish being placed on there, harbour.
Yes, which I go to every Saturday morning.
If you want to shop,
And I'm quite right in thinking that this particular part of the agenda is to look at whether the East Kent Design Code is being used for shops, isn't it? Not what shops have we got in the area and what shop Steele's got. I'm quite right.
Right.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I thought I was. Yes.
Right, I'm sort of responding to
Yes,
the,
of course.
I couldn't quite see from watching that design guide how it applied to Ramsgate. And they're all things that you wouldn't object to, like there must be a nurture and sustain community and all that rest of it.
Exactly, when you look at the, list of buzzwords at the back, every one of them is like relevant, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Of course you'd want all of that. You've got things
Yes.
like the use of public spaces, nature movement, so on and so forth. So I can't see why we wouldn't want to adopt this, use it and make...
And as the town clerk suggests, ask for it to be used alongside the shopfront design guide, which is excellent and highly appropriate.
And we do need to get the shopfront design guide out to estate agents.
Yes.
Which we've talked about before, I think.
Yes, that's quite important.
But at least, I know it's been in draft form for ages. And as I say, I'm getting a lot of people shouting, well, not shouting at me, saying, why do we not have, why can we not control it like they do in other places, like Dean, for example. Right, so what are we deciding here?
So your town clerk has come up with a draft response to the East Kent Design Code questionnaire, as per this document that's got the 7 in red.
Yeah.
As a starting point, so if you wanted to have a look at that and expand on it, I can add to it, because you have said that you do wish the shopfront design guide funded by High Street Heritage Action Zone funding in 23 is to be included or formally adopted as policy. So I will add that to that as well.
Thank you.
And how does this fit in with the neighbourhood plan?
The neighbourhood plan doesn't have anything specific. It refers to the shopfront design guide again. It doesn't have anything specific.
Yes, it's supposed to be in as an addendum, but
it doesn't go into detail about that, does it?
No, it's a very good point though, Pat. I mean, do we ask for it to be put in at a later date or to be considered? Because I mean, we've got to look at what goes through at the moment, what we've proposed to the council, haven't we? We can't just shove things in there willy-nilly.
I've been trying to get it added for a while.
Have you?
And I think Tricia probably Councillor Austin probably knows more about the neighbourhood plan.
Well, we've
have you finished?
Right from some considerable time ago, we've said this needs to be part of it.
Yeah.
And it is part of it.
It is. The shopfront design guide is part.
It's in as an addendum, as I understand.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's
and the text refers to it. And it has been out for one stage of consultation. It has to go for a second stage of consultation, I think, and Kim's
working on that at the moment. She was working on it today.
And it will go to TDC.
Yes, it's been looked at initially by TDC, who did the usual sort of advice. You can't say that. You can't say that. Those
so it's a shock. Yeah.
I don't want to be left out. I'm not normally. It's a great idea to have the shop fronts. But why can't we, as Ramsgate Town Council, got any control over absent landlords so they can tidy up their empty shops? Ours.
No.
I mean, it's disgusting. And leaflets all over the windows.
We have no control whatsoever.
Well, I'm sure some councils do. I mean, people must have phoned up once or one or two and they have cleaned them up.
There have been attempts to...
They done the Argos, didn't they? They cleaned up the Argos shop recently. steam clean all the front.
And the new look.
My understanding is it's been let.
Invested in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in vinyls. Yeah.
Well, all it let people know that we care about the state of our town, and I do. I mean, I can't see why we can't.
Yeah.
But yes, it's how we do it, yes.
And obviously people fly post all over the place as they
Yes.
do, you know, and it's one of the issues I know that Councillor Alban is trying to pick up on.
Yes.
But in terms of the violence, etc., obviously you have to have the permission of the owner, and we're back to that business about
Who is the owner?
owners. The owners are a conglomerate based in the Cayman Islands that doesn't answer emails and that has a portfolio as long as you are.
My husband used to drive round with the head of Pearl Assurance, which probably doesn't exist anymore, looking at what property they owned, and he didn't know. They don't know what
No,
they
they've no
own.
idea what they
They've no idea.
owned. That was New Look, that they were the ones who owned all the Debenham stores.
Right.
And so they, you know, they just had a vast list of.
I believe there is legislation coming in about. It's complicated though, isn't it?
It's
empty shops.
The empty shops, the compulsory purchase thing, is that what you're talking about? Where a council can,
Is it compulsory?
well, it's a kind of compulsory purchase.
Yes.
I forget what it's called.
Can I
But
just
the
say,
difficulty is, of course,
Yeah.
raising the money to do that, because you can't do that with half a dozen.
I don't want to be rude there. I don't think it's about compulsory purchase. Some councils decide they've had enough of looking at an empty shop for 20 years, so they go and they tidy it up, and when that landlord wakes up and realises he still owns it, and we'll have my shop back. So the council say, there's the bill, that's what we've paid on your empty property. So it can be done.
Yes, and I think that's the intention of this high street, what do they call high street property auctions? Is that something like that?
Yes.
All the terminology is very confusing.
Yes.
Somebody asked me today about the neighbourhood plan, and it turned out she was asking about the plan for neighbourhoods. Well, how could she know? I mean, really?
Yes, exactly.
I don't think we have any influence as a town council over this. We'll just press our. I wish the county council would clear up the weeds. I know they're all dying now.
You know the answer on that. I've asked them about that. The email was sent to Laura. You got was it 12 million people out of work? I mean, I'm still weeding and gardening, voluntary work, and I'm 76, so.
Yes, but I think, never mind. Right, so what, I mean, I presume there are no objections to this
No,
response? No, we accept it.
Adopt,
Adopt. Move
Filming.
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, all those in.
Improvements around the town centre, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. It's difficult to know, isn't it? Because we've got most of the shops we need. Not quite all of them.
Well, there's quite a lot of work being done, isn't there, about getting some more people in various
Is that what empty shops?
Yeah, the initiative seems to be they're working hard at it, so we'll see.
Well, date and time of the next meeting, just to
So,
finish off.
time of the next meeting is when?
5th of November.
Oh,
Thank you.
My understanding is that the reason that the, whatever is the Argos thing cleaned up is that they've got somebody who wants it. Yeah.
that would make an excellent cinema.
It was the cinema people who told me that they'd been told they couldn't